here. And anytime I see something like this, I go ahead and mark up the highs that were broken. And then I also go ahead and mark up the lows that were swept down here. So this becomes your range. Your stop loss is actually at this low wick right in there. So that's anywhere from the highs to the lows, that's your entry. So price can travel anywhere in between here to re-enter. Okay, sometimes the zone is big, sometimes it's small, just depends on what it is. But this was the setup right here. We were waiting for this right in there. We had the liquidity, we swept it, broke above the highs. We didn't come back for the retest, which is fine. The reason why I believe it didn't make it back there is because we just filled in some of this imbalance here. There was an imbalance candle, price filled that in, and I'm sure it even gave a setup on a smaller time frame. Because what you want to do is, again, you want to look for the liquidity that's being built up. We have a low here with the wick, and we have a high. Okay, and then we ultimately, after all this, we sweep, we come lower than this low. So we take out all the liquidity, take out all these buyers. Price moves, breaks above these highs here, confirming that price wants to continue in a bullish direction. It slowly works its way down, consolidates, even gives another setup. We have like liquidity here. We sweep all these lows. We break above. We come back for the retest, and then price flies. So technically, we could have entered there. I just wanted to, I had like buy limit set at the top, in the middle, and whatnot. So I was waiting for just to get activated. It didn't activate me. It's all good. Price it's moving. It's up there. It's up there. It's about to break all-time highs again. Yeah, this is being recorded right now. I'm actually screen recording. I'm gonna post this on YouTube later, but yeah, it's recording right now. But yeah, I got you. All-time highs right here. We're at 21,250. Right, 21,250 is the all-time high on NAS. So I believe price could very well break this. What I want to see though is, again, this is liquidity. This is a wick. So once price does sweep these highs, there's a high likelihood that price could retrace back down. I wouldn't mind seeing price spike up, take out all these sellers here, their stop loss, and we get a nice retracement back down and maybe give one last setup before we just go crazy. So that's what I'm waiting for. This is a fairly bullish market. And again, the reason why I was so confident in these buys since here is because if you know the setup that we just went over, we have liquidity being built up right in here, right? These wicks, the lows, the highs, we swept it. We swept all this liquidity, and then we broke above the highs. Broke above these highs, came back for the retest. Lots of consolidation. This is the 4-hour time frame, so this is a lot. Consolidated, gave more setups, and then prices continues to make higher highs and higher lows. So that it makes sense for price to do what it's doing, right? This was easily, over a 300 pip move. Easy. Right? You're risking about $100, $120 to make well over $300. Right? That's very fair. It's a 1 point. It's a 1 to 2.7, not quite a 1 to 3, but sometimes price will travel a little bit higher. So it's essentially the same risk to reward. So that's pretty solid right there. And of course, if you look at the other indices, really quick though, we have Ralph in here and La Pampera. How much experience do you guys have with trading? Are you guys beginners? Are you guys experienced? Like, let me know. I want to see what I'm working with here. Almost 2 years. Okay, bet, solid. Almost 2 years, and then let me see who else. It's not bad. What do you guys usually trade? Like, how did you learn how to trade? Was it through YouTube? Was it through like an academy? Did you have a mentor? I'm looking at US 30 right now as well. Just looking at all the indices for 5 months now. Okay. I'm not sure what M and Q is. I'm not sure what M and, okay. Oh, from Chrome. Okay, bet. Yeah. Bet. Yeah, Chrome or Chris, that's my boy. Known him since high school. It's been like 15 years, but yeah, we went heavy on this trading like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and we just been, running it up. So, but yeah, this is actually let me look at XRP because I have XRP right now. This thing is flying. I'm not sure if you guys have crypto, but this thing is flying. We got in at like 20 cents. I've been in since 4 years ago when I first started trading. They were like, yeah, buy XRP, and I've been holding it for years since like back here. It's like even this. I was like, oh, I took some out. They came back down, got more, and this is going crazy right now. But USD CAD and indices. All right, well let's actually look at USD CAD real quick. Let's see, USD CAD. What is USD CAD talking about? So anytime I open up a chart, I go to the 12-month chart. I'm looking at the highest time frame possible, and I see here that it was overall downtrending, and then we did shift to the upside. So really quick, I'm going to show you guys how to identify when a trend switches from a downtrend to an uptrend. But let's say you're making like lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Once the market no longer continues to make lower lows and lower highs and it switches up, that's when you have a change of character, or the market switches. So if this is a downtrend, technically we should be making a lower high here, right? But for this time we don't. Instead of making a lower high, we make a higher high, and then we make a higher low. And then once that happens, you now have a shift in the market. The market now shifted from downtrend to now uptrend because we simply broke above this high. Breaking above this high told us that, hey, we're no longer going down. There's a high chance that we want to go up now. So now when that happens, you get in on the retest whenever it comes down, wherever it comes. Stop loss, of course, would be down here at that wick, and then you enter. And then that's when price starts to make an uptrend of higher highs and higher lows. And that's how you can tell when the market wants to, switch up. And every time you break above one of these highs, that's just more confirmation that price wants to go higher. So essentially here, we were going down. Let me go down to the monthly. You probably see it better. All right, we're making lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, right? Giving us that downtrend, lower low, but we broke above. We broke above these highs. So we're like, oh, snap. Price wants to go higher. So when it does come down, even though it came down very deep, we still didn't hit that stop loss. And it even gave us more setups down here. And then it continued to work its way up. And it's still doing that. Still doing that. There's a setup right in there. So I can see price continuing higher. But we may have an issue here. Once we do hit these highs, it may give a nice sell-off one last time. One last nice sell-off before we break the all-time highs. So this is like the overall what I see with what is this, USD CAD. And if we're gonna go down to what's happening currently, right now, the closest setup would be here because we broke above these highs. That lets us know we want to keep going bullish. That lets us know right here. Let me go ahead and fix that. Boom. We broke above with a full body candle. This is the official break above. Once the full body candle, not the wick, but the full body candle closed above, that's how we knew. That's how we knew. And technically, this is your setup. You even have one down here. You can even use this one right here. That was the first indication. So price came down to this wick, to that low, came to that high. This is all liquidity now. And then we swept right beneath those lows and then broke above. Never got the retest. Price continued breaking above this high. And then we got the retest on this one to continue higher. So if I were looking for buys here, I would be looking for buys anywhere from here and below. All this is your range. Even though it's a big range, I would just under leverage until you continue to break structure, because this is the weekly chart. This has been consolidating for like 2 years. It's crazy. It's finally breaking out. But yeah, that's USD CAD. Let me go back to NAS real quick. So NAS, it still hasn't broken all-time highs. If you look at NAS, we haven't broken above the all-time highs, but on US 30, we just keep breaking above them. Like, we're just super close. SPX is the highest right now. So all of these indices are moving in the same direction, which is good. We just keep breaking new heights. Right, SPX, we broke above this previous all-time high. And then NAS, we're working our way up. Such a good reaction today. I wish I caught that. But it is what it is. You got to just be patient. No need to FOMO or rush it. Just wait for a pullback or us to break above with a full body candle. And if that happens, I'll be looking for a setup up here to go higher. If we don't break above with a full body candle above these highs right in here, and we do like just wick above and then sell off, I'd be looking for either the same setup here or lower, because technically this is all liquidity as well. That's all liquidity there. That's money, right? If the market wants to sweep this and then move up, I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind catching that, some plays down here or down here. I don't mind it. But as far as right now, it's moving. Price is flying. So we shall see. We shall see. SPX, Bitcoin as well. Hasn't broken 100K just yet. I'm looking for buys back around 90,000. This is a setup over here.